Land Rover Discovery 5, but it's not quite what it first appears. It is a commercial. This is a van. Now the question is it the best van in the world ever, or is it a bit of a white elephant? Let's have a look. We'll go round, we'll have a look at some of the spec and decide, is this the best spec van in the world? Do other vans have the features this has got? Then we'll have a look inside and stuff. Right, so let's wander around the outside first, just so everyone can see it is a van. No, it's not a van, it is a van. Look, let's just have a quick look. See, if I open the back door, you will notice there are no back seats. We'll have a look, we'll turn it round so the light's a bit better in a minute. But you'll see you've got like a little cupboard under here. There is no back seat. There's this sort of guard here to stop all the van stuff, luggage crashing into you. And you'll notice here, look, this is all a big plastic. We've got speakers so the luggage can enjoy beautiful sound. But you've got nice chrome doors. You've even got a nice bit of wood trim so the luggage can feel the luxury and share with you, and you're sat at the front, share the luxury. But yes, it's a little bit strange as the van goes. But anyway, let's have a look around the outside. So we've got roof rails on here, which is a bit of a plus. We've got 22-inch alloys. They're a bit fierce. We have got the 6-pot Brembo style brakes, which actually makes more sense when you think about it, because if you've got lots of heavy stuff, pallety heavy stuff, then having good stopping power would be good. Also, more importantly, people are going to be doing towing with a van. This is a commercial vehicle, so you could be going on towing diggers around and stuff. You could do that with this. It's tax deductible, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Right, let's come around the front, George, and have a look. So we've got LED headlights, we've got black grille, we've got the black lettering. It's pretty cool looking van. We've got the mirror indicators. Right, let's take a look inside. So we even have the price label in here. So this is the price, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Remind me, George. We'll talk about 61,000 for a second-hand van with how many miles? We keep putting some, but it's got 8,000 miles on it. Right, we're gonna chuck that in the back. Right, have a look. Now, feast your eyes on that. So we've got Meridian sound system. You can see we've got the wood trim in the door. We've got the leather seat with the contrasting. These seats are heated and cooled. Is that cool for a van? Do we know another van with heated and cooled seats? Right, we'll go through some of the infotainment system, but we've got lane assist, we've got park assist. It'll do the self-parking, it'll park itself in a parking space for you, or at least with assistance. It's got cruise control, it's got radar cruise control, all pretty good stuff. It's got armrests, all pretty good. It's got a fridge in here. There we go. Open that up. Open up that. We've got a fridge.
Oh, wow.
I mean, every van driver needs somewhere to keep his tinnies cold. Non-alcoholic, of course. Well, we've got heated leather steering wheel. We've got Touch Pro controls. We'll have a look at that. Right, I'll jump in. I've got a cheat sheet with all the little features I've got to mention. We've got high beam assist. We've got leather heated steering. We've got keyless entry. We've got remote start. We've got remote heating so that the car will heat up for you. You've got the app with the in control. You've got the tracking. All pretty good stuff for a van. We've got a quality sound system. I've already mentioned that. And on this Touch Pro, we can turn the volume up and down by just sweeping our finger around the controls like this, and then going back like that. So we've got all these touch controls. We've got the lane assist, we've got a heated steering wheel, we've got the cruise control, we've got all sorts of cool things. We've got plush gloss black interior trim, we've got the pop-up, we've obviously got all the Land Rover terrain response. All pretty good for a van. We can go off-road, ruts, beach. We can raise and lower the suspension. We can do all that here. So all gone. Here's the heated and cooled seats. We've got 360-degree cameras. We've got the 360-degree camera, so we can maneuver it. We can get into tight spaces. We can do all the parking. Right, we've also got a heads-up display. If you can see it there, it doesn't film very well, but you can see it there. We've got the speed limit and that. All pretty cool stuff for a van. We've got blind spot assistance on the mirrors here. We've got a little indicator that flashes if something's coming up in our blind spot. All pretty useful stuff. for a van. We've also got a trailer assist, so if you're towing a trailer, which could be pretty useful for a commercial vehicle, we've got lots of stabilization stuff built in, and we've also got a rear camera that looks at the tow bar, so that's pretty good. So it's all pretty cool. And let's go and have a look at some more stuff at the back. I've turned it around to get the light in now. We've moved round to the rear now, and as you can tell, it's a Discovery 5 with this somewhat asymmetric pattern. We've put one of our vinyl graphics on here to try and unwobblyify it. Right, so this is a pretty good feature for a van. It's got the gesture tailgate. If I whoop my foot under there, look at that, it's pretty handy. There you go, and the flap folds down. So you can see it's a van, it's got some pretty cool space. Now, how many vans have this, right? You watch here, George, you watch here for the mystery and magic. At the press of a button here, what is happening? We should have a deployable tow bar.
There we go.
Look at that, a tow bar comes out. Pretty cool stuff. Right, now that's pretty cool. We've got our tow bar out, right? But actually, so if we reverse this up to the trailer, we can actually make the car go up or down. So here we go, I press a button here, and it can go up, which you think, now going down might be handier. Oh, there you go. If you were lifting something heavy like a pallet in, that might be advantageous to go down. Right, so
that's definitely gone down.
That's pallet test. Should we see if we can get a pallet? It is a commercial vehicle. It is a van after all. You should be able to get a pallet in a van. Good job I lowered it, George. We can, not a very high pallet, but it does take a pallet. Which, if you watch the video on the new Defender, we couldn't do that on the new Defender. Now we should be able to gesture close it, I think. Maybe I've got to do the other way, have I? There you go. You get the wiggling right. There's some motion there. Right, we got a pretty nice rear spoiler. We got a high level brake light. We got the funky shark fin antenna with all the GPS, the sat nav, satellite radio, DAB. This one doesn't have television. Which, if you're on a commercial vehicle, you haven't got time to be watching telly. I wonder if it's got a place for your tabloid newspaper on the front dashboard, because every van I've ever seen always has a couple of copies of The Sun jammed in the front. We should have got one of those, George, shouldn't we? Right, what else? Price. Right, we were going to talk about, let's move into the shade, George. I'm ginger, I'm frying up here. Right, so we have a Discovery 5. We've seen it's got 8,000 miles on the clock. It's £61,000. Actually, I'll put a screenshot up now. You've had enough of looking at me. Look at this. This is the spec from the Land Rover dealer that's selling this one. And look at some of the things. I'll highlight them. They reckon it's got a 1 litre engine and 3 cylinders. I think they've got that wrong somewhere. But anyway, right. But on the same dealer's website, you can buy a brand new, so not second hand, not 8,000 miles, Discovery 5 HSE top spec, with seats in the back, with all the stuff like a normal car should be, for sale now today, and I'll put the screenshot of it up now. That's £59,500. So why am I paying £2,000 more? Obviously, you might think it's got more space, but no. Right, I'll put up the spec again. If you have a look, the space on this Land Rover Discovery 5 commercial, the volume you've got inside is 1,856 litres. They measure volume in litres. Right, let's have a look. What space has the brand new £59,000 Discovery 5 got if we fold the seats forward? If we sold the seats back so it's van-like, it's got 2,400 litres. So if you buy the normal saloon, it's cheaper, right? And it's got, if you want to move stuff in it, it's got 600 more litres. It's the same specification. It looks the same from the outside. So why is this van like it is? And actually, I'll put this in for the Disco 4 boys. The Disco 4 with the seats down, the volume is 2,500 litres. So that's an extra 800 litres of space if you've got a Disco 4. So anyway, we digress. Where were we heading with all this? Right, so why are people buying this van? So obviously, right, in the UK, there's some tax laws. If a company gives you a car, the company own the car, they let you drive it for all your coming to work and everything, you have to pay a benefit in kind. There's a tax payment you have to pay for them giving you the car to use. Now, if in the UK you take your home, say you install alarms and you have your alarm van and maybe you're needed for call, and you take your van home with you, the taxman doesn't see you taking home a van as a very desirable benefit. So the tax implications are a lot less. So if you run a business and you want to have a company car but not pay the company car tax, you could have a van. So this is why I think we have the Land Rover Discovery 5 van if you've got a successful business and you want a nice car to drive. So maybe that's why. Or maybe, I mean, to be fair, right, so what's the question? The question is it the best van in the world? And you've got to say, with all the features, the deployable tow bar, the self-parking, one thing I didn't tell you, if you reverse out, it's got a detection if something's coming at the side, which is actually really useful with the van because you have got limited visibility. So it's got lots of really cool features. It can go off-road, up hills, through mountains, it can wade through deep water, all pretty cool stuff for a van. So yes, if you need all that stuff and you're a vet and you're in Yorkshire and you're going down, this would be the best van in the world. But is it a white elephant? Actually, if you're not worried about company car tax and doing all that tax efficient stuff, you would actually be better off just getting the standard Discovery 5. It's cheaper, it's got more volume of space, it's got all the same features. So, and you can actually sit 4 people in. And maybe actually something's just occurred to me, George. Maybe not having room for the kids. Maybe that's the secret to this.
Maybe.